What's going on YouTube? It's Giga here bringing you some Series 11 Wi-Fi battles with live commentary. As we prepare for the season, this is a team that I've kind of just been experimenting around and I wanted to try it out in a quick best of 3 and also after this give some of my initial thoughts on the series. So if you look at kind of the team on the bottom, we are bringing back Calyrex Shadow. We're going with Specs. This is what I used last time in Series 8. Really love it. Hits hard. Astral Barrage, Expanding Force. Draining Kiss this time instead of Mudshot and Leaf Storm. It can pick up so many big KOs, and it just is such a hard hitter. And then next up, we do have Regigigas. Regigigas, a great pairing with Calyrex, mainly because of Wheezing and the fact that Neutralizing Gas will stop other abilities, let you keep as one, and obviously lets Regigigas hit hard. Because of the fact that we do have Specs on the Calyrex, it means that we're free to max Regigigas without really much fear of wasting a max or having two things fighting for a max slot. So it is a pretty standard Gigas. We do have Protect, Ice Punch, High Horsepower, and Giga Impact. Next up, Wheezing. This is just the standard set I use. It is Protect, Sludge Bomb, Taunt, Will-O-Wisp. We do have just enough speed to outspeed most Grimmsnarls and Incins, which is really the main thing I care about. We are trying out Leftovers this time around. I know that Wheezing historically just kind of sits on the field, and I think having the ability to just gain some HP back is really nice. So next up, we have Rillaboom. This is a pretty standard Rillaboom, Grassy Glide, Knockoff, U-Turn, Fake Out. Kind of does what Rillaboom does. We have another option for maxing, and moreover, it really deals with Kyogre and Regieleki, which were two things that I thought could give me some problems. And also, it is a very good answer into Calyrex in the event that something goes wrong, and we need to rely on that. So next up, we do have Charizard. We're trying out Gmax Charizard for a little bit of that residual in the event that we don't necessarily want to bring Regigigas. The main idea for Charizard is just the fact that neutralizing gas doesn't really non-bow with Charizard, right? It already is so fast, so I don't have to worry about like Colossal or Venusaur where I'm getting rid of that boosted speed. We're base 100, so we are outspeeding a lot of the meta. The ability to get off big wildfires is huge, Airstream for speed control, and I thought Helping Hand was good tech just to support Calyrex, and it really lets you pick up some big KOs, like on most variants of Zacian, so that's not something you see every day. And then finally, we do have Torkoal. Torkoal obviously sets up the sun, very great partner with Charizard. Also, the weather means that once it's set up, it's not too much of an issue if we have to switch in Wheezing. We do have a pretty standard set. We do have Earth Power, Burning Jealousy, Body Press because of the fact that we are incredibly defensive, and then we do have Citrus Berry for just a little bit of recovery. So that's the team, and with that, let's just get rocking and rolling and move into this best of 3. Alright, so we are going to be playing against NinoPokeBros. Let me just quickly check one thing. Send a quick good luck high five, and yeah, let's just get rocking and rolling to this. We're both doing this not really knowing what the other person is going to bring, and so hopefully this team can come through. I think it does need some work just from what I've seen. But hopefully that's not too much of an issue. We're gonna wait one sec because Nino has to quickly take care of something, and then yeah, we'll get right into this battle. All right, so we're back, and it looks like it is a Kyogre team. So we have what is his face? Lando with Steela, Raichu, Urshifu, which I'm guessing is going to be Dark type, Rilla, and Ogre. So my thought is what? You don't have good speed control. So Regigigas Wheezing with Calyrex and Rillaboom. Regi, Wheeze, Cali, and Rilla. Right? Just the standard 4. Yeah, let's try that. We are going to outspeed Lando, so we do have that advantage there. Celesteela could be an issue. The main issue that I'm actually worried about is Raichu. Raichu having access to Nuzzle means that Gigas potentially is just going to be in this really awkward position. We do obviously have to really be careful of, what is it called? Urshifu. Because Urshifu obviously does really well into Calyrex. There is a potential that we could use Charizard in the next game, just with the idea that even though it doesn't really make sense, Charizard obviously has really good coverage into a lot of the team that isn't, well, it isn't Lando or Ogre. As we are going to see, okay, that's what I kind of expected. a lead of Raichu and Celesteela. What we could... I'm going to protect Regigigas, and I'm going to go for a Willow... I'm going to actually Sludge Bomb into Raichu. Because what I want to do is I want to break a Sash. As we are just going to see a straight max. This looks like Celesteela. So you're going to go for a max. And yep, it is going to be Steela, which is good to confirm. This puts us in a little bit of an awkward position. So I really... Yeah, I mean, Charizard would have actually been really nice here. You actually should fake out into Weezing. So this is actually a really bad play. Volt Switch. Cool. Into Steela for weakness policy. So, Volt Switch. Weakness policy. So this is a question of what do you bring out? Fire Punch would also be really nice here, but something that is worth considering. But that is just a lot of fire coverage. What's nice, though, is you shouldn't have too much pressure beyond a Steel Spike. And if you don't bring out Ogre, you're confirming what your 4 are. You could bring out... Okay, that's what I thought. It is going to be your Shifu here. Your Shifu back with Ogre in the back. It is, yep, Steel Spike. Nice. So here's the thing, though. We are breaking a Sash on our Shifu. Oh! 40%. 40% from Weezing. I'm going to go for a Strike here, and I'm going to just go for a Will-O-Wisp onto the Celesteela. I think if we can... I still don't know what type it is, but what I'm doing is I'm setting up for Calyrex in the endgame, because we know it's not Scarfed. So if we can get it low enough where we can finish it off with Astral Barrage, that's fine. The only threat to us right now is going to be this Urshifu, and we put in a ton of damage off of what's it called? Okay, boom. We are going to KO Urshifu. We also got a ton of... Yeah, I mean, like, given how much damage Touch Bomb did, like, it makes sense. I still don't know if this Celesteela is physical or special as a result of switching out. Will-O-Wisp is going to miss, so that's a really big bummer. Airstream. That's a good chunk. Airstream. Airstream, to me, suggests that you're special. So this could be Raichu. This should be Raichu. But you are at neutral speed. You are at neutral speed. I want to... I need to break a Sash on... Okay, it is going to be Ogre. Ogre is fine. Let's go for a Strike onto Ogre. And... Let's protect Weezing. Let's protect Weezing. I want to see if it's Scarf Ogre, because that's going to be really good to know. We do have Rillaboom in the back, but we have to be very cognizant of the Celesteela. We are going to see... Okay, so not Scarf. Not Scarf. And was that a one-shot? I think that was a one-shot. One hit KO. Max Strike. Great. Okay, so you're at neutral speed, which means we can bring out... Okay, this is perfect. We're going to finish off your max, which means we have access to Calyrex and Weezing in this... Or Calyrex and Rillaboom in the endgame. So we can use that to our advantage. We also... I mean, we could lead... I feel like Charizard isn't a bad lead here. No, I think it's fine. Steela is troublesome, but like we can work around it. Oh, and we have a turn of max left? Oh, I'm gonna go for this and go for a Will-O-Wisp on a Steela. It's still not over by any means. Oh, because we did max a turn late. Okay, that's good to know. I'm like I said, I'm assuming that Steela is special, but we do want to confirm. Volt Switch comes out. Rip. So all we've seen from Raichu is Volt Switch, and I'm assuming Focus Sash. Focus Sash? Question mark. Air Slash comes out. Okay, so it is Air Slash, so it is special. Special. Ugh. Air Slash. That's frustrating. Let's bring out Calyrex. Yeah, let's bring out Calyrex. We have just a really big Oh, we don't know. I'm willing to. I'm gonna see if you have Wide Guard. We haven't actually seen that yet, so that's gonna be. Let's do this. I could have switched out into Rillaboom. Okay, so no Wide Guard, no Wide Guard, and Sash Raichu. Raichu is Sash. We have confirmed. We see Nuzzle. Nuzzle. This should be into Calyrex. Yep. We can survive. Can't KO Cali at +2 with Slash. Alright, really good to see here. I'm going to click Astral Barrage, and I'm going to go for a Willow. I need to deal with the Celesteela. We are going to see a straight Volt Switch onto Celesteela. That's fine. But we should still be able to wrap this up. Yeah, those misses were a huge deal. That's fine. We have Raichu in the endgame. Steela, yeah, is special attack. So this is like a very offensive Steela, but we should be faster. I don't expect Raichu to have Protect. I just need to KO Steela. You could Nuzzle. Yeah, you couldn't. This is risky. I'm gonna go for a knockoff. You should Nuzzle into Rillaboom and then try to KO with Air Slash. As yep, Nuzzle is gonna come out. This is +3. I could have gone for Fake Out. Yeah, ugh. +3 Air Slash KOs Rilla. So that was a really good first one. So I'm gonna quickly say GG as we move into the second one. Yeah, let's get a league card. Same rules. I think I could lead Charizard. I could actually do that. That's a little bit risky. I could do Charizard Weezing. I kind of want to. Steela doesn't look like it has damage into Charizard. So that is actually an option. Missing the 2 Will-O-Wisps though is huge because Steela would have gone down. So I'm trying to think of what would all right, so game 2, I kind of like I kind of like Weezing Charizard with Gigas and Calyrex. Let's do that. Let's do Wheeze Charizard. I could do Charizard Calyrex. Let's do that. Let's try Charizard Calyrex. Charizard Calyrex with Gigas. Because now what we can try and do is we can try to Helping Hand Specs Astro Barrage. And I want to say that that should KO... what's it called? That should KO Celesteela. Right? That's so much damage. Like, it's a lot. That's a Choice Scarf Stab plus help, or Choice Specs Stab plus Helping Hand into a Celesteela. Which is fun. Like, even if we don't get the KO, we still have access to our max. So we're gonna see Urshifu Raichu. Okay. Lead with Raichu. So I think that was a really good adjustment. Oh, this was not what I wanted. That's actually bad. Okay, so my leads are wrong. That's bad. That's actually really bad. This is fine. This is fine. You have nothing that... what's it called? You have nothing that can take the Wildfire. So what I just need to do is I need to... I'm probably going to get nuzzled on Raichu, which is like the worst part. We know the Focus Sash is on Raichu, not on Urshifu. So what? You can potentially nuzzle Charizard. This is so bad. Because you nuzzle Charizard, Wicked Blow into Weezing. Weezing should take that. I also haven't revealed that I don't have... I feel like you expect me to have Torkoal at this point, but I don't. Oh, this can actually be really bad for me. I mean, this team needs work. This is a very first draft. Yeah, we are going to see that Nuzzle. Nuzzle should not have 100% accuracy. Wicked Blow into Charizard. I just need to not get paralyzed. I'll take that. Perfect. Okay, that's great for me. Into Urshifu. Boom. Get the KO there. This, I think you're banded. I want to say that's banded damage. That's just like way too much for it to be anything else. My main issue right now, though, is I don't think Charizard is going to be able to outspeed and get off a Wildfire. So I probably should have Wildfired. That's fine. We have Specs Ogre. I know that I can live a... I'm going to go for a Wildfire. I don't think I'm going to get it. But, I mean, we have to try. Raichu is just going to nuzzle into Weezing. That's fine. This thing is annoying. We will see a Water Spout come out, yeah. Weezing will hold on. That's fine. We have broken the Sash. So at this point, we actually can switch out into... We can switch out into Ogre, or not into Ogre, into Calyrex. Ogre will survive, though, because of the fact that we didn't get the Sludge Bomb off, which is bad. It's very bad. And what do we have? We have Gigas in the back, right? Ugh, God. Raichu is so annoying. Ugh, that lead screw up. That's fine. I'm going to go for a Protect, just trying to get a little bit of HP back, and then I'm going to go for an Astral Barrage. We can at least KO Raichu if we survive with Calyrex from Ogre, which we might because there is no rain. +1 will finish it off. Worst case, we do have Gigas with Giga Impact, which is faster, assuming that Weezing lives. But right, you're gonna target into Calyrex. You have no reason not to. So I just need to hope that like you don't have. Okay, we are gonna see the max. It is gonna be Ogre, or it could be Raichu. You know, you could say I want to max Raichu. Yeah. shocking, it's Ogre. We might live this. I don't actually know how we take it outside of the rain. Let's see. Weezing, perfect. We survive. Astral Barrage going to do a KO onto at least Raichu, and oh my god. That is a bulky Ogre. Bulky boy. We're not going to make it to game 3, so it doesn't matter. Max Geyser into, this should be into Calyrex. Into Calyrex, please live. Rip. Rip. Alright, so what? We have Gigas in the back. Oh, I should have just Wildfired turn 1. Wildfire was so safe. I don't know why I went for an Airstream. Yeah, if we had set up Wildfire, we would have been in a great spot, because then we would have just gotten residual chip onto stuff. Whereas now we don't, as we are going to see Celesteela in the back. I can try to Will-O-Wisp the Celesteela. Celesteela doesn't have a way to proc its policy. So what I can do is I can Will-O-Wisp here, and I can Giga Impact into the Ogre, just with the idea that, hey, if I'm going to... Okay, boom, please KO. Okay, sick. We at least get rid of Ogre. Celesteela hasn't shown that it has recovery. And if we can hit it with a Will-O-Wisp, we're in really good shape, as Air Slash comes out into Gigas. Perfect. Did a lot. We are Aaron Zanging it today. 0 for 3 with Will-O-Wisp. I am Aaron Zang. That's all. It's literally all I can say right now. Air Slash. This is still going into Gigas. Ugh. Ugh. Come on, man. All right. Well, we can at least go for a freeze. Ice Punch. This should do a good chunk. We're gonna hit it, aren't we? And that's the worst part. Perfect. We'll take that. Of course the turn it hits is the turn that happens. We have at least... Let's just go for a taunt and go for an Ice Punch. So now is a question of freeze. Boom. Yeah, we can do one more. Of course. Air Slash into Regigigas. Going to take it out. Of course, I should have just gone for a Will-O-Wisp. That would have been just objectively safer. Taunt not going to matter here too much. I just need to hit... Yeah, if I had Will-O-Wisped, that could have been better for me. Yeah. Oh, I should have Will-O-Wisped. That was just bad playing on my part. Yeah, we got a Will-O-Wisp, and then we just hit Protect. Air Slash can miss. 85 down to 25. We finally hit a Will-O-Wisp, like 5 turns too late. So 85, you did 60. So I need to survive. I need to triple Protect. 35. I need 3. I need 3 Protects in a row. I need to get a triple Protect and not get paralyzed. I'm gonna get paralyzed on this turn, and it's gonna be sad. So this team needs to go. Yep, like I said, we're gonna Aaron Zang it. Flash Cannon gonna come out, and so that's gonna finish me off. So overall, good games to NinoPokeBros. There was definitely some frustrating luck, but that is the way it is. I think I could have played a lot better. This team needs some work, so I'm gonna refine that. So I'm gonna quickly hop out of this and then talk a little bit about my thoughts on Series 11. So we're gonna shiny hunt while I talk a little bit about my thoughts on Series 11. So unlike a lot of people, I feel like I'm actually excited for it. I think it is a really interesting format. I think that Dynamax is a good mechanic prior to what a lot of people think of. Like when we look at the other mechanics of like megas or gems. I think the problem with them is while they provide a boost, it doesn't really justify using a lot of Pokemon. And I think one really nice thing about Dynamax is the fact that Pokemon that aren't viable suddenly become a lot more viable. And we haven't seen that with any other mechanic. And people argue like, oh, but what's the reason to use X when Y exists and Y is just better? And I don't think that that's always the case. I don't think that something is always 100% better. So I think having access to the Dynamax ability is really nice for Pokemon and giving them that niche. And like, I get it is not the most ideal mechanic, but at the same time, I think it is an interesting one. Series 11 obviously is going to mean the rise of a lot of prominent strategies we saw, from Series 8. So we're going to see things like, obviously, Torkoal is going to be a big one. We are going to see probably a lot of specialty or Assault Vest Thunderous. And I think one thing that sort of happened is at the end of Series 8, we saw a lot of changes and adjustments. Like, right, we saw that like Torkoal Venu kind of took over, and so did Dual Weather. And we never really got a chance to adjust because by the time that happened, we were into the next series. So having the chance to really let the metagame develop beyond what the end of Series 8 was, I think is really cool. And also I think it's going to be an interesting time. I know that obviously there is the roulette matchup, and just like one big turn is going to completely change stuff. But I think that it will be an interesting experience. And having gone off the tails of restricteds with no Dynamax, like we can kind of grow with that and make changes. So I think it will be a time for a lot of Pokemon that kind of fell to the wayside to come back. Like I said, Thundurus I think is going to go back to Defiant. We are going to see Landorus go back to its Therian form, having access to Max Airstream. We're going to see Pokemon that just because of one niche move suddenly becoming a lot more viable. We are obviously going to see a lot of the big hitters of Colossal with Venusaur and obviously Charizard as we saw in Blastoise. So it'll be interesting just to see kind of how that whole thing plays out. But I think it is going to be a really creative time, a really interesting time. I know that view isn't shared, but I'm excited for it. I'm gonna make some cool content for it, excited to do some things, and yeah, I just can't wait. And until then, I hope all of you are